how's it going? My name is Hellbent, and today I'm going to be releasing my quick run program. This program allows you to store into a directory up to 100 programs, scripts, or web pages, and then simply use your mouse wheel to launch that program. This program is going to be at a price of $5 if you can afford it, and if you can't afford it, you can take a copy for free. As of recording this video, I don't currently have a way of actually collecting any payments. I'm going to be going out and getting a PayPal, I guess, shortly. But if you don't see a link in the description to a PayPal account, then an alternative payment method is: one, you can donate $5 to a charity of your choice, or two is you can consider becoming a patron of this channel, and that'll help go towards creating more auto hotkey tutorials. Your choice. Once I do get the PayPal account up and running, I'll leave, like I said, I'll leave that link in the description, and you can make payments that way. Okay, so let me just do a quick demo of how you actually use this program. So right now the program is running, and I've set it up so that way it runs paused most of the time, unless I actually initiate it with a hotkey, which is just simply holding down the Shift key or the Alt key and scrolling up or down on the mouse wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a program. Actually, I'll pick a couple of programs. So I've already gone ahead and with this demo thing, I've loaded a bunch of different programs in it, and I'll just launch a couple of those quickly. So MS Paint, my home page, File Explorer. So there we go, File Explorer, an auto clicker, another, and etc., etc. So like I said, you can add up to 100 different programs. So the way I do that is I just hold down the Shift key and I scroll up or down. If I hold the Alt key, I can scroll through them 10 at a time, up to 100. And then if I go to 0, I can actually start adding in. So that's a basic demo of the program at work. So let me close these windows that I've opened up now, or programs I've opened up now. The next thing I'll do is I'll show you how to actually add in programs into this. So all I have to do is I have to scroll down until position equals 0, and then hold Shift and left click, and this launches the editor. And all I need to do is pick a position that's available. So right now I can see that position 16 is empty. So what I'm going to do is unlock the edit controls, and I'm going to select position 16, open up the editor, and now I need a program to add into this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in this paint.net. Now I'm just going to type in its name here, and now what I need here is its executable. Now with some programs you can just type in the exact path for the executable. For example, with Notepad, all I had to do was just type in notepad.exe, and that was it. It runs no problem. Other programs, I'm not exactly sure why, but for some reason you actually need the full path of it. So what I suggest you do is when you're filling this in is, rather than just, you know, taking the chance that you can run it with the just the exe extension, what I suggest you do is just go with the full path, and you don't have to worry about any problems. So what I'm going to do is I have this program here that I want to actually add into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it and then go to its properties and then to its security, and at the very top it says that the object name. I'm just going to copy that, and now that I have that, I'm going to paste that into the full path line here. And then if I need any notes, so for example, if I'm adding scripts or things like that, I might have hotkeys that I need to remember. So for example, how to exit the program, how to launch different aspects of that program. So I can list out a bunch of its different hotkeys in the notes, so that way when I'm scrolling through it, I can have a refresher on what I need to actually do to run the program. But in this case, I don't actually need anything, so I'm going to just leave that blank. I hit update, and that takes a second, and it'll update it into there, and that'll write that to a file as well. So that way, every time I run this program, it'll automatically load those details. So now that I have that program, that paint.net in here, what I can do is I can just close that, and if I scroll up to, I think it was 16, but yeah, paint.net. So now that I have that highlighted there, I hold shift, left click, and that launches paint.net. So that's how I add a program. Adding scripts is the exact same way. Just use the full path, go to its security, get the copy in the full path, and you're good to go. Now, one of the things that I haven't had a problem with just using the exe is with Chrome and Firefox. But your experience for some reason might be different than mine. So what I'm going to suggest you do is, once again, you can just copy in the full path. But I'm going to show you how I've been able to do it without actually having to do the full path. So I'm going to select position 17, and I'm going to open the editor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in here the AutoHotkey homepage. I hope it's the homepage, because I'm just going to be taking a shot in the dark. And the first thing I'm going to type in here is the browser that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using Chrome, so I'm just going to type in chrome.exe and then the path to the web page. So I'm going to type in chrome.exe, and then I'm going to give a space, and then www. And I hope I have it right. I'm pretty sure it's right. AutoHotkey.com. So I think that should be good. Hit update, and there we go. Number 17 is that. So I can either close it up here or here. It does the exact same thing. And I'm going to go to 17. And if that's the right path, it should open AutoHotkey.com. And there we go. AutoHotkey.com is now added to it. And like I said, I can scroll through all of the programs that I want and quickly run without actually having to search through all my files to actually find and launch that. Okay, the next thing I'll go into is actually how to get a copy of this. So I'm going to have two sets of links. One set of links is going to be to a PasteBin, or rather it's going to be two PasteBin files, and the other set of links is going to be to a download link. So I've made this I've already done a compiled version, so that way even if you don't have AutoHotkey, you can download the compiled version. And as far as I know, I've always just used I've never tried running AutoHotkey scripts without having AutoHotkey, but I'm pretty sure that if you have if you don't have AutoHotkey on your computer, I'm pretty sure that you can actually run the executables or the compiled scripts. So like I said, there's going to be two copies. One is the compiled version and one is the non-compiled version. So I'm just going to assume that you're going to go for that you already have AutoHotkey on your computer, and that you're going to go for the PasteBin option, which in my opinion is the better option, and that's because then you don't have to worry about the chances of downloading any viruses, because it's just going to be a text file. But let's assume that that's the option that you're going to take, so I'm going to show you how to quickly get that set up. So I'm going to do a new folder, and I'm going to call it blah, because I'm going to be erasing this very shortly. So I have a new folder, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new AutoHotkey script. So as long as I have AutoHotkey on my computer, I should get this option when I hit new. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to call this Quick Run. But because I already have another one, I'm just going to add a couple of 2's to it, because I don't know if it shouldn't interfere, but who knows. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit Script, and I'm going to get rid of these lines right here. And then in the link in the description, there's going to be, so let me see, I've already added this in. So there's going to be a link in the description to this PasteBin file. And if I remember correctly, I actually added PasteBin as one of the lists here. Okay, PasteBin. but you can actually just type it in here. So I'm going to paste that in, and it'll bring you to this page here. All you're going to do is scroll down to near the bottom to the raw paste data. It's a long script. Okay, so raw paste data, I'm going to click anywhere in there. I'm going to hit Control plus A. That'll highlight everything, and then Control plus C to put it into my clipboard. And then I'm going to go back to that folder that I created, or rather, I already edited this. I'm going to go into that script that I've gone into editing, and I'm going to just paste that in. Once I have it in there, I can save it, and I don't need this open anymore. So now I have that script there. The next thing what I need to do is I want to create a template. Now right now I'm pretty sure that I can run this without the template. So let me exit out of. So right now I think the way that I wrote this one, I'm pretty sure you can actually run it without using the template, but I might do an update later on where you actually need the template. So I'm going to include the template, and you can use your best judgment on whether you want to add it in or not. So yeah, you need the template. Okay, so next thing we need to do is get the template, which is going to create all those empty fields, or the word empty and all the numbers and everything. So let me get the link to that template maker, and here it is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this in here and launch that, and that'll take you to a very small script that'll just create that template for you. Go to the raw paste data, hit Control A, then Control C, and go back to your folder, create a new AutoHotkey script, and we're going to call this, and once again I'm going to add a bunch of 2's to it because I don't want it to have any problems with the other versions of this that I already have on my computer. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit. That'll bring this up again. I can get rid of these 4 lines. I can paste in the script, save it, and now I can get rid of these so that way there's less clutter here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this script here, and after it's finished running, which takes about 4 to 5 seconds, there'll be a text file in here. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And then once this gives me my exit, is it finished? Okay, there we go. It took 10 seconds. Well, my computer's a piece of crap, so it'll probably take less for you. And then if I go here, here we go. We have our template. Now our program works properly. Now with the template there, what I can do is I can go ahead and run the quick run program and start adding in programs into my editor. So just hit lock entry. That'll unlock your ability to open up the editor. Select the position you want to edit, hit open editor, and then do what I did when I was doing the demo. If I have a bunch of programs, so let's say if I have program number 100 for example, but I use it all the time rather than me wanting to scroll to it every single time, so what I can do is I can select that one and move its position. So to move a program around, all you do is select its current position. So for example, it would be, I want to move program number 100, and I'm going to move it to the 5th position, hit move, and it'll readjust everything. I think that covers everything. For those people that if you're one of the 25 people that had gotten the earlier version that I released last week, what you can do, rather than having to go through the process of adding in all the programs again, what you're going to need to do is let me find my programs. Alright, so here's my older one. So if you're one of the people that have the original one, you're going to have a file that's called details for autoscript.txt. Go ahead and open that up, and everything's going to be separated by commas, and you only have 60 positions. So what you're going to want to do is go to Edit, Replace, and you're going to find the commas, and you're going to replace those with the pipes. We'll hit Replace All. Then what you're going to do is you're going to run that template thing that I just did a second ago, and you're going to take this and you're going to copy it. Doesn't matter. You're going to copy that, and I'm going to go back to my desktop, and you're going to go to that Quick Run Details, and you're going to go up to the position 61. So right here, right before the 61, literally right before the 61, I'm going to take all that and I'm just going to paste in what I had before. And now if I save that and then run the program, do I need to run a new instance of the program? I might need to run a new instance. Okay, so I have a new instance of the program running. If I go to Run Editor, now all those programs that you've already assigned are going to be in there, no problem. And you can run all of that. Okay, I think that covers everything. If I left anything out, let me know, and I'll walk you through it. I'll do one more quick thing. I'll go over everything that you need to know to run it one last time. So if I hold Shift and then use my mouse wheel, I can scroll through the different programs one at a time. If I hold Alt and scroll, it'll scroll through them 10 at a time. If I highlight a program that I actually want to run, all I have to do is hold Shift with it selected and then left click, and that'll launch that program. If I'm scrolling through and for whatever reason I don't actually want to run this program, all I have to do is hit right mouse button and that'll get rid of it. It'll also pause the script so that way it doesn't eat up my computer's processing power. Okay, I think that's it. Have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one.